I don't think it was very much their fault, but let's see as we jump into Alpine once more. It's going to be a pretty good spread. Man, how does SPS continue to get great flight paths? Starting off all the way from EJ, all the way down, cutting to FP.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. This is probably the best day of flight paths I have seen in a competition.
Yeah, and only yesterday we only had one like semi-terrible, not even the worst flight path we've seen thus far. But once we get into it, let's see the landing zones, because I am seeing that Todak is getting hard contested by Kraken.
I mean, look at DRS. Farang has, again, they go for 2-2 split, but they have two guys running into DRS, two guys very near Expand Junior. So we're going to have a lot of early fights. Kraken against Todak. This one is definitely a classic fight. It ends up getting taken out very quickly. But guess who has entered the arena? It's K9. Yeah. So DRS, they got to make a run for it.
Oh, they're looking hot right now. They've already gotten 2 elims down in the bag, forcing the rest of DRS to run through the railroads out into the open field. Audrey is down. And now we cut back to Farang. This is not exactly the best position to be in. It's a 3v4 situation. But at the very least, hopefully that their arsenal is good enough to maybe salvage it. As they're able to sneak away a kill and run off. Run like the wind spade. Run!
That is just so smart. You use your fist so that you bought distance for yourself. I mean, he's gonna die either way. I don't think he will want to use too much of his utils. That could have been a knock.
What?
But he actually gets straight to back. Space somehow still finds it from afar. When they're still able to finish him off. So Farang off to a rougher start, but don't worry, they have both Jembao and Alif. They have a bite point in your carousel. They can easily be revived.
Yep, and they've got the place all to themselves, right? K9 could technically push all the way down, and that's going to probably instigate a fight by Dockside with Expand pushing up into carousel if this fight continues to happen. But Farang going to quickly scan out down by base camp, and K9 has been doing okay. But let's cut back over to Todak, right? Because again, it looks like they have won their fight against Kraken. Unlucky to them. It's been pretty 50-50 to either side thus far. Kraken losing a majority of the time, but even for Freedom Rumble, losing that fight against Ilustrado Huevos down to the southeastern side of the map, they are on the run.
And Yazid doesn't even feel safe trying to capture a revival point because he is already marked. Twice was nearby, but he's... Will he go for it? Noki, on the other hand, has just found unknown. Todak exacting swift revenge onto Kraken, but thankfully Nathan was able to get out.
He is able to get on out of there. He's heading over down by Militia, and guess who's waiting for him there? It's going to be one member of Red. Why is he there? We don't ask too many questions, but Namti48, if he hears this, I definitely... Oh, does Nathan see it? Yeah, he spots out Voidface, and now he's turning backwards. He's like, hell no, I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah, there is a revival point, but unfortunately Voidface is sitting on top of it. Nathan, if he runs too far backwards, he's going to run into JZ. Maybe he can find himself a 1v1 and buy a bit more space. We'll find out in just a little bit. But for Farang...
Oh no, oh no. I mean... Well, we'll talk about it in just a little bit here, but Red's wide spread is actually extremely beneficial, really denying a lot of the teams who want this POI. Like Nathan is waiting for the revive point, but JZ is going to say no. If you look down by where Ares is, he's stopping Aleph from actually getting the revive, and even Jumbal, as FRU, were able to get the base camp revive for themselves to bring their whole squad back.
I wonder what's the game plan for Farang right now. They might be contesting FRU. You can see that shots have been fired. TB and AE, they're going to face each other again. We've seen this before. The first Blue Wall drop by Wix very early on. As Luki is going to try and hop onto it for the challenge. And Wix finding the angle, can't get it. Cluster's even thrown in, but AE, they will get back up. The ice grenade trying to slowly chip away at the help wall. Wix double glue wall melts them, and Luki really wants this kill. And finally his teammate shows up. Wix just says, I'll build another wall. Try to get through this. And Luki ends up losing most of his health. They have stayed for too long. Wix will get dropped. Luki the same as well. In fact, Jans also ends up getting taken out.
Oh no, AE, they're slowly going to collapse on this. They can get the re-knock as well as finish off this squad. Well done as AE take out Team Badut.
Man, Team Badut, why did you do that? It's too much commitment for one kill. I feel like that was definitely a lapse of judgment Oh boy, the second half very, very rough on this team.
The glue wall melter's not as good. Oh, whoa! Vaiz ended up spotting out Ryu, turning things around very quickly, but with his shotgun, should be able to get some clean kills. Double kill coming up for Vaiz.
And then open up the revival point for FRG if they want to. And Todak, knowing that the entire snowfall is not contested, they're going to instantly just fly towards Militia. So much space for Todak to work with.
Speaking of which, let's have a look at it. I mean, we were looking at Expand earlier. They've been sitting on docks, and they're going to wait to rotate out of it a little late with Freedom Rumble Cryos hiding away towards the ocean banks. This is some pretty scary stuff. He wants to get the revive, but again, no resources to actually play with.
Only 2 glue walls to his name. Asta can't really help him either. In fact, he's around Carousel, but there is a buy point near the railroad. He can run towards. There's also a revival point. That one might be guarded by K9. So Freedom Rumble are in a rough spot. Yeah,
man, these POIs are really far spread apart. And the majority of them, like, already at the edge of the ring. We're losing, like, what, 2, 3? I'm not sure about the Snowfall one because, again, it's a big icon. The exact positioning of it might be in the ring, so that might still be available. But there's no way to actually get all the way up there.
And it was controlled by Todak, right? So no teams can get there anyways. Illustrator Suegos, they did have 4 kills already to start it off. In fact, just blew one of the engines of AE. IJ sprinting forward. Maybe they can pick up some extra points here.
Yeah, we see the next ring actually closing in and circling around Sunside. This is pretty brutal for everybody outside of it, right? Kraken have some pretty good positions overall. They should technically be able to spot out a Todak later on. But right now, let's focus on AE versus Ilustrado Huevos. They've already beaten Team Badud. Now, can they beat IJ?
If IJ takes them out, they get a clear path towards the circle as well. No one is near Rivermouth or Rai. So IJ have a very important fight ahead of them. Jin losing majority of his health bar, and McGrory couldn't find the finisher. That glue wall taken out at the right timing. So McGrory will be able to cash in on that 5th point for his team. Razik also held hostage by Blank, and there's not much space that he can run around. And he's going to run out of glue walls very soon as well. Rentu is just going to rush him down. It's nothing much that Wish could do.
Yeah, but again, this is not looking good for AE with the remaining 2 members left. They're sending one to run away and the other to slow them down. But again, Wix is down too fast. Grenade launchers are just that much more effective in situations like this. Tight corners, you're in trouble. That glue wall is not able to protect you. Kyrie, what? What a shot!
From that angle! Oh man, Kyrie's only means of escape is now gone. McGrory on a separate angle, coming in for the pincer. Kyrie, it's time to fight to the death. But unfortunately, McGrory is not playing this fair. Has the RGS with him. So these explosives is going to give Kyrie a slow but painful death.
Oh, this is what can you really do about this? He's just jiggle peeking continuously, and finally, a-esport have been eliminated. The southern side has been liberated by IJ. Speaking of Rivermouth, BE actually just north of them inside, just a little out of the ring, but not in the blue just yet.
Yeah, gate kept by Red also. The UAV being sent over by BE, so they should see this, but that UAV was destroyed very quickly. So not in. Red didn't have the whole team reveal. That's going to be good news. They have a bunker near them. They're holding a lot of these resources to themselves.
All right, Red, they spread themselves out thin. Now they've regrouped just past Rivermouth and making sure that they can hold and gatekeep this area against BE, because eventually IJ will need to get involved.
It's going to be a slow push upwards. BE is trying to find a way out. There's actually not much cover for them to work with. This is where you start to tap into those glue wall. Snake does have 6 with him, but Xbot is actually getting ambushed.
Oh!
What? They decided to just pull the trigger. They're not going to wait for BE. There's 2 members of BE down already. Vegeta on the ground. Snake and Kai losing a lot of their health very, very quickly. The decision making from Red allows them to catch BE off guard.
Oh. I mean, they're going to clean up this fight, no problem whatsoever, right? Ares, he's trying to loop around. They're barricading themselves in, but Esports, they're trapped in this. They've gone all in, and nobody is coming to their aid, as Ilustrado Huevos aren't even pushing through that same side, wanting to take a more southeastern route to get into that ring. The shots are coming through, and eventually Red is going to be able to clean this up. Esports is going to get eliminated.
So unfortunate. They thought that they could play is slow, but Red, they were not going to wait. And now they have completely cleared out their area. That means that they have a very good path towards the circle unless Todak starts moving downwards.
Farang are in great position. They're going to play this like Bermuda, how they usually play for the peaks. They're going to use it, instead of peaks, it's going to be Sunside, right? They want to control this high ground for as much as possible. FRU getting revived here. Do they spot that out? Because Expand is nearby with K9 ready to jump on them. Farang are saying, let them fight it out. We're just going to control the southwestern side to make sure that anybody walking in is going to come in at attacks.
Expand Junior roped into this conflict already. FRU primarily playing on top of the roof, but as you can see, they all got revived and they didn't really have time to procure resources. So you only have a Glock to work with, the sidearm, and maybe a couple of glue walls. This is just a slow dab cluster. Taking out 2 members of Freedom Rumble already. Man is so good with these lobs. This one is an air ball, unfortunately, but they can just slowly work on Freedom Rumble.
Yep. They're just getting the free points here. There's nothing that Freedom Rumble can really do.
Oh, stop. They already did. Stop.
Stop, man. Expand having more than enough free time. Asta actually making it out here. Huevos not letting them get away for free. Asta doesn't get away, and that is FRU eliminated. Nicely done coming in from Ilustrado Huevos as they start pushing in towards the eastern side, and Farang continuing with their game plan on the southwestern side, making it difficult for Red or even Torak to get any space.
Red is trying to march up the hill, but Farang, they are not like BE. Farang loves to get down and dirty. Spay, unfortunately, gets tagged. He's going to lose a big chunk of his health, so he needs to kind of duck back into behind the solar panels. That means Red gets to cover more space upwards and get closer to Farang, which will give them a fair fight. How is Farang going to be ducking between these panels? Jembao taking contact already, has to drop the glue wall.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty awkward spot because right now Farang is the one losing ground, and the fact that they've pushed all the way up to these solar panels, it's going to be a big open area before they get into any structures. But let's look at Expand right now as IJ have made full contact with them.
Expand Junior, can you kind of fend up against the wrath of IJ? They've already found Afik. Unfortunately, the rest of Expand are getting dropped like flies. Only Sin left standing, and Bren2 is just going to bulldoze through these final glue walls. Sin is going to turn the corner to get 1 for himself, but he can't even secure that kill. IJ with 13 kills and counting.
Can't do anything about that. IJ are in a pretty good, decent spot, but now Todak and K9 in middle of battle with Red, actually cleaning up Farang pretty quickly here. Farang, they've only got 1 member left, Aleph. He's trying to hold on, and they get eliminated. Gatekeeping turned into free points for Red as they fight with everything they have left, now controlling the southern side of Sunside.
And Farang keeps getting the 4th, 5th place in the last few rounds. If it cannot break through Red's aggression, so well played. The fact that Spade had to fall back meant they gave up in the ground for Red. Toda on the other hand, 3 men left standing. Noki getting healed up by his teammate. K9 on one side, Red on the other. Ilustrados Juegos now chipping in.
What? They're jumping onto K9. Worst yet, this is the scout for K9 who took the high ground. Daimoon is stuck and gets lobbed out by the RGS. McGrory able to secure that kill, but now this opens line of sight for Torak. They know what's going on, and this is perfect for them because now they just have to keep 2 teams at bay, one of which is more important than the other.
Todak, they're busy dealing with K9, so IJ, they get to do whatever they want, and sure, Red has majority control of the circle, but IG has the high ground. They can continuously start pressuring all these teams and pick up as much points as they can. Toxic is forced to stay back and tank the blue.
This is not a position you want to be in here. But I mean, if you're Red, you're having the time of your life. But Todak losing 1 member is going to put them a 3-man down. And this is already coming down to the 5th ring, pulling towards Red side even more.
Oh, this is just so unfortunate for IJ. They had a good position, but they can still do damage to Todak if they want to, because he blind just took out Toxic. And Noki, he's starting to fire at Red, so Red knows where Todak is.
Yeah, I think Todak at this point in time, in terms of decisions, somehow they need to be able to push Ilustrado Huevos down towards the southeastern side to make contact with Red, because right now, a lot of eyes are looking at Todak.
16 kills already for IJ. This is definitely one of those big rounds Still plenty of points on the table if they can find it. I believe they also saw red already. The UAV being sent out courtesy of IJ is going to ping out the remainders of the players in this lobby.
Oh, this might be an opportunity, right? Because they know that Namti48 is by himself, but it's difficult to push out unless Todak decide, you know what, we'll let you get the space and start contact quickly, because the strong side of Red is toward the western side, and IJ, they're very aware of this. That's why they're pinching Todak even harder.
And just make sure that Todak gets pushed far away so that they have some of their own space to slowly work as they head towards the circle. Couple of trees, and has gotta expand those glue wall. Don't be generous with those usage. You just have to make it into the safe zone. Todak, they're taking the attention of Red.
Oh no, Illustrato, they're playing right at the edge of the ring, but a majority of this area is already being controlled. The angle's exposed. Wait, dropping the glue wall melters towards Todak's side because they're in such close contact. It's going to be a 3v4 down by the southwestern side of the ring. JZ is walking up, and now they just have to focus on Illustrato, right? Last member is going to be traps coming in from Todak. Not a problem for Red.
Yeah, Ren 2 actually saw traps, but the most important target, like you mentioned, is going to be Red. Look at that. They're already running straight into IJ. They are not going to wait for IJ to set up. They're rushing into it like how they did this entire round. JZ darting between the glue walls, finds the back of Ren 2. And JZ is doing all the heavy lifting.
Yep. Oh, he still doesn't get traded just yet, IJ. Still, 2 members left, 3v2, and now Trap's taking the 1v1 against Voidface.
Yeah, they do blow up that glue wall as well, exposing the rest of IJ. Ares wins that fight. As McRory was able to take out JZ with a grenade launcher in hand. Red, 2 members left, pretty down low. Todak Traps now showing himself. This is now a 3-way fight between 4 members. Traps, can he really just jack this wheel away from the other 2 teams? He does have the weapons to work with. Illustrator's Juegos already out, and now it's going to be Todak in a 1v2.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy. His weaponry, and especially with no helmet as well, the single headshot could be devastating. Duration of his armor isn't very high as well, especially when they're fighting against fully kitted out Ares, who swings the Kora Tatsuya. Diff once again. Booyah! Coming in huge from the side of Red.
ASC rid out big round. The name might be new, at least the team name might be new, but man, these players have been around for a long time. Ares, JZ, Voidface, they play in multiple majors. And what a showing. Finally taking control of the situation, not letting teams set out, taking the initiative to run into them. Look at how they dealt with BE, how they dealt with Farang and Sunside, and how they dealt with IJ.